House Party premieres Monday at 3 right here on Channel 5.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, cowboy poet Baxter Black, comedian Jeff Cesario, and the music of the Roaches. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
To tell you, don't come any closer. I'm just getting over the flu. How many of you been down with this crazy flu going around? How you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Well, la-dee-da. What? A germ couldn't get past that outfit in the first place. I don't know what version of the flu this is. I get the Shanghai flu or something. It hit me last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Friday afternoon, I got delirious. One point, I took the thermometer out of my mouth. It said 36. Then I realized I had a yardstick in my mouth. But I'm pretty well over it now, thanks to the expert care of NBC's resident doctor, Al Bendova. I saw Dr. Well, that's true. Dr. Bendova is a... He's kind of a flamboyant doctor. I went to him, he asked me to fill a specimen jar, then he flung it into a fireplace. I'm talking a weird doctor. During the exam, I said, could this be anything serious? He said, give me a chance, we just met. I want to tell you Anyway, no, come on. You're going to be that easy, huh? Okay. Well, we're in the 1990s. Boy, it's off to a good start for me financially. I check my investments. I put all my money into AT&T, Bloomingdale's, and Annie 2. Did you see this in the paper this week about the 2 Japanese soldiers that they found alive in the jungles, still in uniform after 47 years this past week? True. They came out of the jungle, they saw all the Japanese cars, read that Japan owns Rockefeller Center and Columbia Pictures, and one said, see, I told you if we just hung in here, we'd win this damn thing. No. Now, it's actually a true story. 47 years in the jungles of Thailand, and as luck would have it, apparently it turns out those were the 2 guys who shot down an American pilot named George Bush during the war. And today they sought asylum in the Vatican Embassy. They asked why they finally came out, and one of them said, you try 47 years of sushi on a shingle, and you'd be out here too. Try to say that real fast, sushi on a shingle. Try that, it's tricky. No, these guys apparently were the last surviving members of an elite corps of Japanese known as the kamikaze infantry, which was different. In a last-ditch effort to win the war, they threw themselves at low-flying planes. Apparently, I'm having fun. I don't know about you. Apparently, they never got the news that the war was over. The problem, apparently, is they had AT&T instead of MCI, and they didn't know it. Did you try to make a long-distance call the past couple of days?
Yeah.
Apparently, AT&T, I don't know, they solved the problem?
Yeah. No.
Did? They had some kind of software or computer breakdown, and the phone system went haywire, apparently all across the country. It was bad. Apparently on CNN, Larry King got all of the calls for Judy, the Time Life operator. That's right. But Oral Roberts lucked out yesterday. Apparently God tried to call him home but got a recording. kind of a sad note. There was a gentleman who passed away this past week. Do you know who Lawrence Peter is? He was the author of probably one of the two great aphorisms of our age, the Peter Principle, in which he stated, and it's true, in a hierarchy, like a corporation, individuals tend to rise to their level of incompetence, which is probably true. The other principle you may not know about is the Exxon Principle, which is whatever can be spilled will be spilled. The latest on Manuel Noriega. Did you see what he said yesterday? He thinks he's confident he will be out on bail. He's got about as much chance of that happening as of Tammy Faye Baker getting Tom Cruise on the rebound. That ain't gonna happen. Well, that's not When is the space shuttle supposed to land? Tomorrow, for this Friday?
Friday.
Did you see one of the experiments they're conducting in space? Growing mold in a refrigerator. For this, we're spending billions of dollars. They can go right over to the NBC commissary. We got mold over there they haven't even seen yet. What else is happening? Thing in the paper today, what do you think the highest rated show on cable TV was this past year? You have any idea? Gone with the Wind. Was made when? 51 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, highest grossing film of all time, Gone with the Wind, and according to the Hollywood accountants, it still has not turned a profit yet. Some of those things just take time. Now, here's a news item. I guess it was inevitable. There is a new dog food on the market. An oat brand dog food on the market. Now, that really kind of fills a void in your life, doesn't it? I mean, how many times have you said to yourself, gee, I wish my dog was more regular? I mean, give me a break. It's true, though. I saw a commercial for dog food oat brand today. Wilford Brimley was yelling at a schnauzer. You see, he said, eat it, bitch. It's the right thing to do. Wilford Brimley was good. Speaking of dogs, there was an item in the paper today. Apparently, the LAPD had a dog named Dandy, police dog, who was retired, and that was the dog, apparently, who sniffed out the biggest cocaine bust in police history. And they retired Dandy, and Dandy is still recovering from that sniffing episode. She's sharing a room at the Betty Ford Clinic with Benji, who is suffering apparently from Alpo abuse. They're both getting better. Anyway, you're a good audience tonight. We got a great show for you tonight. We have a gentleman who's been with us before. He's a cowboy, but he is also a poet. Therefore, we call him
a
cowboy poet. Wow. His name is Baxter Black, and we have a very funny comedian. Thank you, Fred. Fred trying to stimulate applause over here, going. Very funny comedian Jeff Cesario is with us. Yes. These gals are sisters, aren't they?
I think, yeah.
I think they are, right? Singing group called the Roaches. They're three sisters, three young ladies who happen to be sisters.
Oh, I thought that was something they had running from the kitchen sink to the bathroom.
Wait a minute, Shaughnessy. Where does it say hit the bass drum?
Like you told me last week.
Aid the Prince. Okay. Stay where you are. We're coming right back.
I don't understand where he is. He's never late. He'd call, wouldn't he?
He might.
Could he be at your place?
Danny.
Hey, what kept you, counselor?
I'm walking out. The phone rings. My dealer called to find out if I'm happy with my new car.
That's not exactly what I expect from a car dealer.
That's exactly what I expect from my Toyota dealer.
Customer satisfaction, the cornerstone of the Toyota Touch.
First came the Magic Kingdom. Then the incredible Epcot Center. Now comes the new Disney MGM Studios theme park. MGM Studios theme park at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Okay, it's a new year, so start your plan of action at your True Value hardware store. During True Value days, this Master Mechanic high-torque cordless screwdriver is only $27.99. And this Master Plumber canister drum auger, just $3.99, has 20 feet of wire to clear clogged drains. Then make a dull room brighter with True Test high-hiding flat latex wall paint, just $5.98 a gallon in the True Value Days circular and at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
There are playgrounds.
And there are playgrounds.
Sci-fi classics.
And sci-fi classics.
Wake-up calls.
And Chicago's favorite cock-a-doodle-doo, WGN Radio's Bob Collins Show.
Everything you'll need to get started smiling. Classic AM radio.
As much a part of mornings as...
Hello there.
Nice to see you back. Almost well. We're okay, finally.
That's the way this stuff passes
I
around.
know.
You shake somebody's hands and they have germs, we try it all over again. How are you?
I am fine.
I was telling the studio audience, and I covered for you.
Yes, you did.
Last, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday.
I grabbed your arm and I said, I love you.
We just finished the monologue and we sat down here and you reached over and said, I love you.
But I gotta go.
And...
and go I did.
Oh. So how you feeling now?
I feel fine. The remnants of a cold is all.
I sound a little nasal tonight, but I guess I'm all right.
But we're okay.
I don't know what strain this is. They keep saying it's the Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Didn't we have the Russian virus last year or something?
Yeah.
Is anybody, any doctors here tonight?
London.
Do we have any doctors in the audience? What viral strain is this?
I'm a bone doctor.
We'll have you call somebody and find out.
Good for you, sir. I'm certainly glad. Anybody have any bad bones around here? We got a bone man here. Anyway, we're back. Tonight we have cowboy poet Baxter Black is with us. We have Jeff Cesario. We have three young ladies who happen to be sisters.
Right.
Who sing. They're called the Roaches. Now, did you ever buy a magazine just because of the cover?
Yes.
For no other reason? Okay. At the end of the year, apparently, magazine editors look back to find out what were the best and worst-selling magazines of the past year. And usually, they go by what was on the cover. Would you like to hear what some of this is for the decade they did?
Oh, would we?
Now here, according to them, are some of the worst-selling covers. Life magazine, they said the worst-selling cover of 1989 was the May issue, in which the First Lady, Barbara Bush, was on the cover. I wouldn't think that.
No.
She's a nice lady. U.S. News and World Report, their worst-selling cover last year was the issue on March 27th, issue called Tax Cutting Tips. Didn't do well. Newsweek, the worst-selling cover of the decade was the October 20th, 1986, the Iceland Summit. Now, here are some of the best-selling covers. This will show you what people like. Us Magazine, which is not exactly Forbes. Best-selling cover of 1989 was August the 7th. The Rob Lowe sex tapes. See the difference here?
Yeah.
The Iceland Summit, a thing of historical importance, you know. Fate of the world means nothing, but the Rob Lowe sex tapes, that's so big. Rolling Stone, the best-selling cover of 1989, June 29th, was Batman. So you got Rob Lowe, Batman. On TV Guide, the best-selling cover of the entire decade was March 8th, 1980. Anybody know what it was? Dallas, featuring Larry Hagman as J.R. Ewing. So we studied those three top sellers, and we've designed what we believe should be the best-selling magazine cover of all times. And that is Batman in a hotel room videotaping Larry Hagman's hat. Would be the... Graphics did a nice job of it, didn't they? All right, now what did you do when you got the flu? Did you stay in bed?
No, I did not.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But I didn't do that.
Why not? If that's what they always say, bed rest and lots of fluids. Now, I know you did
I had a lot of fluids.
A lot of fluids, yes.
But I didn't go to bed.
Really?
No.
Well, that's what I did. And you know, when you're sick, friends, You get a chance to think a lot, to do a lot of things around the house that you normally don't do, right?
What did you do?
Well, having so much time on my hand, I kept a journal.
Really?
Yes, and I know people, for some reason, are fascinated with the lives of people in show business.
Yes.
Why, I don't know. But I'm going to read you a few entries, just to show you how I spent some time during the week. Thursday, 5 a.m., experiencing strange symptoms. There's a pain in my cheek every time I try to roll over. 5:05, find the problem. I forgot to take the toothbrush out of my mouth before I went to bed. Some of these are in the humorous vein. 8 o'clock, phone Fred and tell him I won't be in all day. He says if I want him, I should call some place called Vicky's World of Rub. 8:30, take a contact cold pill. Notice the bottle says, do not operate heavy machinery. 8:40, decide what the hell and run a road grader up and down the Pacific Coast Highway for a couple of hours. Did you ever notice this? They do not operate. Why would you want to operate a Caterpillar tractor anyway? 11 o'clock, my life flashes before my eyes. It's a best of Carson. 11:30. In the midst of my delirium, I ask myself, if the 7 dwarfs owned a gold mine, how come they all lived in one crummy little house? Things like that go through your mind. At noon, I'm anxious to read the paper the minute the paper boy delivers it, so I climb up on the roof of the garage and wait for it. At 12:30, salesman at the door who got me out of the bath smiles and says, ask me about Herbalife. I smile and say, ask me about the magnum I've got behind my back. 1:45, TV. Turn on TV, watch a few seconds of some game show. Don't understand how people can actually get hooked on this mindless junk. 1:50, I can't believe it. Veronica from Glendale actually traded $10,000 in cash for the brass bed and a lousy trip to Puerto Vallarta. 3:30, take 3 spoonfuls of NyQuil instead of the prescribed 2. 3:45, suddenly realize I can smell things before they exist. 6 o'clock, NBC, desperate to get me out of the house, they send Manuel Noriega to play loud rock music outside my window. 9 o'clock, boredom. This always happens when you're ill in bed. Boredom sets in. For some strange reason, I started a list of celebrities' names, which sound like methods of circumcision. I gave up after Buddy Hackett. I know. You do what you have to do. 10 p.m., I drift into a fitful sleep, wondering, what do you call leftover soup du jour? Hey, I was delirious. Noon the next day, cold medicine kicks in for a fleeting moment. I hallucinate and think that other people are actually as good as me. I was sick. I was sick. 2:30, right here. What's this? I must be sick. I get a pick-me-up bouquet from Irving Berlin. Whoa. 3 o'clock, the doctor returns. He finds $100 bill in my wallet. He says he's afraid it'll have to come out. Okay. 3:15, suspect doctor is unprofessional. His tongue depressors all say Sizzler medium well. 4 o'clock, doctor asked me to turn my head and cough up another $100. Well, let's just cut to the chase here. 11:05, feeling fine. I phone NBC and tell them I'll be in next week. I hear Fred on another line in the background saying, Mr. Rogers, I've changed my mind. I would never leave Mr. Carson. That's the last thing I heard before I came back to work. And those are just a few of the things that happened. And oh no.
Too late.
That wasn't one of those dramatic pauses to attempt to get cheap applause. That's the cheek applause. In a moment, you're going to meet Mr. Baxter Black, and we'll be back with Baxter Black. We'll be back with Baxter Black.
Coming on video cassette, a portrait of the American family. Steve Martin.
Feel like you want to throw up?
Okay. In a Ron Howard film, Parenthood, coming February 8th from MCA Home Video.
Sharon wanted to know how much she could get for her house, how much of that she could keep, and how long it would take to sell. I told her I'm a real estate agent, not a fortune teller. But with the Real Action marketing plan, I could give her pretty good estimates of all of that, plus tell her exactly what I was doing and when, every step of the way, in writing. With Real Action, she knew that I knew how to sell her home. And I did.
The right agent makes all the difference in the world. Realty World.
Save your dough. For a limited time, Domino's Pizza has a New Year's deal. 2 pizzas each with 1 topping for only $10.95. So call Domino's Pizza on the double. Nobody delivers better. Offer may vary.
Thursday on an all-new Cheers, Cliff Clavin puts himself in jeopardy.
As long as he doesn't get too cocky. I am feeling lucky today. Whoa!
Uh-oh. Does Cliff have all the answers? Celibacy.
We don't have to see my answer, do we there, Alex?
Then it's 3 funny families in the premiere of Grand.
You want a little, celebration?
After Cheers, Thursday.
Then at 10, some big changes for TV in the 90s. Bob Surratt gives us a sneak preview of the TV programs of the future. Channel 5 News at 10 after LA Law tomorrow.
Every time you shop at Eagle until June 6th, you could be helping your kids get free Apple computers for the classroom. All you have to do is bring Eagle register tapes to your school, and they'll redeem them for free Apple computers, peripherals, and software to help kids learn more in the classroom and further their education. And there's no telling how far that can take them. The Apples for Students program from Eagle. It all adds up to free computers for our kids.
Okay, we're back. Thank you, Don. Now, every year in Elko, Nevada is a rather unusual gathering that takes place. It's called the Cowboys Poets Festival. And these are actually working cowboys and cowgirls from all over the country who gather up there and do their works, the poetry, mainly for an audience consisting of other people in the business. This year it takes place January 24th and the 28th. And my first guest tonight is probably the most famous of the hundreds of poets who take part in the event, and is one of the funniest. Now, this is one of his actual books. It's on the market, unless you think I'm making up the title. It is called Croutons on a Cow Pie. Would you welcome Baxter Black? Good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here.
You getting all set for the annual event? How long has this been going on?
6 years. This is the 6th.
Yeah. Does it get bigger every year?
Yes. Elko can't really hold it all anymore, so we just kind of scatter out in the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, how many people might be at this event come January?
Oh, I know there's at least 4,000 poets telling it to each other.
Yeah.
Sort of.
How does one select the best poem or the winner? Is there some kind of...
There is no contest.
There's no real contest. You just read your works?
They call it a gathering, and
right.
Actually there isn't 4,000 poets. There's only 5,000 people in Elko.
Right. Now, do you find yourself a little overwhelmed when you come to a place like Los Angeles? You're getting a little notoriety now. You're becoming, kind of known.
It's your mental... I was in Orange County, which is, you know where it is, south of here.
Yeah.
And I was in the airport, and I was fixing to go back the next morning, and I got officially detained for molesting a stamp machine in the airport.
Really?
Yeah. Sheriff's Department. I was going to send a postcard down to Effie, and I had to stop and buy a stamp.
Right.
You know what those machines looked like? Looked like a little post office box.
Yeah.
So it said 75 cents for 3 stamps. So I put in 3 quarters and punched the button, and nothing happened. And so I punched the coin return, and I got 50 cents back. I wasn't sure if this is how it worked. So I put in 3 more quarters and punched the machine, and nothing happened. Punched the coin return, and I got 50 cents back. And I realized that is how it worked. And so, like any normal person, I sort of gently shook it, and I actually had it upside down.
Right.
Weighed about 40 pounds.
Yeah.
I ever picked one up, and I'm shaking it like this, and the guy taps me on the shoulder. Excuse me. Can I do this?
Sure.
He tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned over like this, and he went like this. Is there a problem? I wasn't a whole lot I could say. I had
the machine up.
Well, they read me the riot act. Took me through 3 of them, taking me through the crowd.
Really?
I don't know whether this ever happened to a lot of people, but they punch you like this, and people say little things as you go through. Hang that bugger. You know.
This is all for trying to get your money.
Yes, it's a federal offense to molest a stamp.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So we do have our problems.
So they let you go, huh?
Well, they made sure I got on the plane.
No.
And Cindy Lou, my wife, was there and had watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Quietly, as I had hoped. And as we left, I said, "What do you got in your hand?" She said, "Nothing." I said, "What have you got in your hand?" And I looked, and it was the number of a bail bondsman.
Somebody already had.
She was going home.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, we do have our problem.
Now the people laughed when I showed this book. This is a legitimate book. Croutons on a cow pie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, does this sell pretty well?
It really does, as a matter of fact. We do. A lot of us cowboy poets have books.
Yeah. Where do you go mainly to perform now? I know you go to Elko each year, but other than that.
Well, I just did the 2-shot goose hunt in Lamar, Colorado. And the southern Saskatchewan sheep and wool growers / combination stock dog trials.
So you're playing all the big venues.
All the big. That was Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. So
you didn't make any of these up. That's where you go to do this.
These people out there know they're from there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to come back, and we got some poems tonight, too. The rest of this thing machine, huh?
I hate guilt. That's why I love Wheat Thins and now Oat Thins, too. Look, whole oat grains baked right in. Now, do I love Oat Thins as much as my Wheat Thins? Yeah. Am I feeling a little guilty about that? Nah.
They said we'd never make it, that you were too headstrong and I too set in my ways. But we fooled them, didn't we, Maggie? 10 years ago today, and I wouldn't trade one crazy minute of it. Our baby girl, my measly raise, our little fights over money, the laughs, the whole 9 yards. So sit yourself down and give me your hand just one more time, Maggie.
I gotta stop thinking about Fifth Avenue candy bars. Those crunchy layers of peanut butter, that Hershey's pure milk chocolate. No, no more. I'm cured. Oh, no.
Fifth Avenue. It's everything it's cracked up to be.
Jessica Lange, Golden Globe nominee, Best Actress.
You got the wrong man.
Stunning. One of the most powerful movies of the year.
Is this the man that you knew as Mishka?
Brilliant. Jessica Lange gives a performance of overwhelming passion and power.
It's not me, I didn't do this.
Music Box will hold you spellbound.
Weren't you a farmer, Papa?
Jessica Lange.
Well, what were you then?
Music Box. Rated PG-13.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Get a guaranteed $1,000 rebate on Plymouth Voyager. Or get 3.9 financing instead. If the rebate increases during this model year, Chrysler will pay you the difference. But hurry, offer ends soon. Get the best of the 90s at Aero Chrysler Plymouth in Midlothian.
Tonight on Late Night, L.A. Law's Claire Underwood and Rich Hall.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, when you file your federal tax returns, just make the check out to Dave.
And later, comedian Richard Belzer, a man who helped make America safe for democracy.
I got thrown out of the Army, though, for being too funny to carry a gun, it said on my discharge.
We could use more like him.
On sale. Get it. On sale.
Silo, everything that turns you on.
Super Bowl Record Book is sponsored by American Express.
In Super Bowl 13, Mike Hegman of the Dallas Cowboys recovers this fumble and returns it 37 yards, but not enough for a record. Who holds that record? The answer after this message.
Behind every American Express card is a tradition of world service. Freedom to spend with no preset limits. Automatic protection for everything you buy. Access to cash when you're far from home. American Express is always there to provide our best personal service to every card member, around the corner or around the world. Membership has its privileges.
Super Bowl 7. After a muff field goal, Mike Bass of the Washington Redskins recovers Garo Yepremian's fumble and rambles 49 yards for a Super Bowl record. For Mike Bass, a page in the Super Bowl record book.
Ron Majors and Carol Marine, weekdays on Channel 5 News at 5.
We're back. We are talking with cowboy poet Baxter Black. I've looked through this, and I've read some of your things. A lot of your stuff is about ranch stuff, but you get into a little more philosophical type of things, don't you, or heavy social issues?
No matter where you live or how you grow up, you have to resolve certain questions in your mind.
Yeah.
And I grew up sort of a fundamentalist religion.
Did you?
Southern Baptist. And then I went to veterinary school and learned to be a scientist. And I've never been able to resolve creationism and evolution very well. See, they've... Yeah.
So you're getting them to think already.
Old Baptist up there.
Yeah.
But I finally resolved it, and I put it into a poem.
Okay.
If Genesis was right on track concerning Adam's birth, and 7 days was all it took to build the planet Earth, then where does carbon dating fit? All the dinosaurs, and all that other ancient stuff that happened on our shores. Now, I believe in scientists. They aren't just lunatics. But I believe in Genesis, which leaves me in a fix. The answer finally came to me while making up this rhyme. God made the earth in 7 days, but that was cowboy time. Have you ever called a horseshoer to set aside a day? You scrutinize your calendar, say, Tuesday'd be okay. The big day comes, you take off work. Alas, he's never seen. You call him back and he inquires, which Tuesday did you mean? You ever place an order to get a saddle made? An A-fork tree with padded seat and silver hand inlaid. As decades pass, all you can do is sit around and eat. So by the time it finally comes, you've padded your own seat. My friend came by on July 4th. He swore he couldn't stay, but then he said, for just a bit. He left on Christmas Day. Couple days, a little while, not long or right away, should not be taken literally in Cowboyville today. But like I said, the precedent was set so long ago. The angels had to learn themselves what all good cowboys know. They'd never learned to think in terms of rolling with the flow. But God does things on cowboy time to watch the flowers grow. He bade the angels to relax and said, for heaven's sake, I'll get it done in 7 days, however long it takes.
Good point. Good point. That resolves it pretty well. Yeah. Somebody told me this year you're bringing some cowboys from Australia?
Yes.
Up.
And boy, they're good. There's an old man who died wrote Waltzing Matilda in the old days, named Banjo Patterson.
Yeah.
He wrote The Man from Snowy River, which most everybody knows as a movie, but it's really one of the best poems ever written.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. You got another poem for us to finish with?
Yes.
All
yes. Right. Well, I'll just slide right into it.
Okay.
My old friend Wayne had an accident. Seems he'd treated himself to a nip, and he came home late with the bottle stashed in the pocket, there on his right hip. He fumbled around for the house key, because his wife habitually locked it. Pushed open the door, slipped on the rug, and the bottle broke in his pocket. He bit his tongue to stifle a scream. He could feel the pieces of glass as it carved through his pants and underwear, cutting X's and O's on his asterisk. He raced to the bathroom to check it and proceeded to make his repairs, depleting the entire first aid kit. Then he quietly slipped up the stairs. Next morning, he slept like a baby till his wife, who was loud as Big Ben, shattered his peaceful dreams by saying, "So, you came home last night, drunk again." "But dear, I thought you were sleeping." "Yes, I was, but it's perfectly clear. I just came up from the downstairs throne, and there's Band-Aids all over the mirror."
Good stuff.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Hey, thank you. It's always great. It's always great having some of you guys on. I hope you come back with us next year.
Well, hey, I can arrange it.
Hey, thank you, Baxter. Thanks for being here. Good luck in Elko. Thanks, Baxter. A Real Cowboy. We'll be back with Jeff Cesario on the Roaches. Stay where you are.
You know I'm waiting, just anticipating
the pure taste of coconut.
But while I'm waiting,
Bounty is moist, tender coconut.
Try a little tenderness,
drenched in a sea of chocolate.
Try a little tenderness.
Discover Bounty, the taste of paradise.
Ford profiles in quality. Pride.
When you get pride, you get quality. That's what I said back in '81.
And today we still have that same pride.
And from what we hear, a lot of people think we're doing a pretty good job.
You can hear the quality.
You can see the quality.
You can feel the quality in the way it handles.
Thanks.
That's what happens at Ford, Mercury, and Lincoln when quality is job one.
Today's telecommunication managers have to answer a lot of tough questions.
Russ, can I get a readout on our international calls?
Sure.
Russ, can we fax to Bulgaria?
Sure thing.
Russ, the big guy wants to set up that Singapore conference call.
No problem. Russ.
Russ?
Absolutely.
That's why more go with AT&T International Long Distance.
Ross, do you want to talk to a new long-distance company?
You gotta be kidding.
Workout 1990 with Weslow. The Weslow Cadence Walking Treadmill. Now just $449.96. Get it at service. Go for it, America. The Pursuit 50 exercise bike from Weslow. Now only $179.92. Get it at service.
Okay. Jeff Cesario is with us tonight. He's a very bright and funny young comedian from Minneapolis. And he's about to tape his first special for Showtime. And he's going to be performing in his hometown area. He'll be at the World Theater in St. Paul, Minnesota, Friday the 2nd of February. Would you welcome Jeff Cesario? Jeff?
Thank you very much. Good to see you. Boy, you got in out of the cold weather, huh? A little cold out here, yeah. For California, this is California cold, 40 degrees. I'm back from Minnesota, Wisconsin, and that's, yeah, that's nothing back there. That's, people are dancing in their underwear in 40-degree weather. This is, we love cold weather. I think it teaches you common sense. That's why Midwesterners have so much common sense, because cold weather teaches it to. Yeah, it does. Think about it. I mean, the colder it gets, the clearer you think. That's all Hollywood needs. A couple of days at minus 10 degrees. You wouldn't believe how brilliant next fall's TV lineup would be, boy. I tell you, now back, we have like cold snaps. That's how cold it gets back there. They have like minus 80 degrees for weeks on end. They call it a cold snap. They call it that because you either deal with the cold weather or you snap. You see those people who can't handle it, you know, they're at the 7-Eleven by the hot chocolate counter just going, please fill me up again. Other people have to get tans. They flip out. They got to get a tan in the winter. I never got that. They'll go to any length. Tanning salons. Indoor tanning. I guess this is for people who want to look like they've taken a vacation without any of that pesky fun getting in the way, huh? These people are proud they didn't go on vacation. I didn't have to go to the Bahamas. No, I just stood in this closet with these nuclear cobalt rods. Unbelievable. So we got a new decade happening. Yeah, we're 17 days into the 1990s. I'm very optimistic so far. No mention or sight of Dan Quayle. Yes. This guy, boy, he is just, I give him credit, he's consistent. Every time he opens his mouth, something goofy comes out. His idea of plagiarism is sticking someone else's foot in his mouth. He has no concept. God forbid we could accidentally run over George Bush with a steamroller. There isn't a doctor in this country who would declare Bush dead. No way. You know we'll think of something. Somebody comes running into the Senate. Bush is dead. Quayle's president. Oh, really? Hang on. New rule. Indiana secedes from the Union. Quayle's no longer a citizen. All right, there we go. Biggest story of the decade, we got Noriega in our country now. And I knew that was going to happen. I mean, think about it. Where did he take sanctuary? The Vatican Embassy. Come on, I knew that was going to take 2 weeks. I went to Catholic grade school for 8 years with those nuns. I knew he'd be running out that front gate. Gringo, please help me! Well, you about footballed out? We got one more game and that's it. Boy, I've been watching football and doing this, because this is what guys have to do when we watch football. This is it. All right. It's a very positive thing for men to do. This means it's good. And it's just a guy thing. You never see women doing this move. This is a guy thing. You get that little neck thing happening. It means, all right. I don't know what the hell we're grabbing out here. Some sort of hormone booster level. Like, you never see women do that move. You never see women at a shoe store. Hey, they got a sale on pumps. All right. This is a guy move. I do love football. Those guys play with pain. They're unbelievable. There's a guy in a game last week in one of the playoff games with a broken collarbone. He's playing in the game with a broken collarbone. I rub a towel over a scab the wrong way. I'm out 3 weeks. And they get, like, no compassion from the announcers. It's like, wow, Plunkett's right arm has been completely severed. What a time to fumble. I do like football. You know, I used to get into the games free in high school because I played in a marching band. It was a great deal. All we had to do was march the halftime show, and we got into the football games free. And it sounded like a great deal until about November, December. This is Wisconsin, yeah. Nothing like a little wind chill to freeze-dry a horn to a kid's lips, boy. Poor trumpet players had to go to the restaurant like that after the game. Boy, that was a hell of a fourth quarter, wasn't it? Hey, can we get some service? I used to be a musician. That was actually the hardest job I had. I played drums in a band that played wedding receptions. That was tough. You got to please everybody at a wedding reception. 90-year-old grandpas, 10-year-old punk fans. Some punker comes running up. Hey, you guys know any AC/DC? Oh, yeah, we'll do Highway to Hell right after we finish the Hokey Pokey. It's the only kind of job I can handle. Music or this, that's all I can do. I need a job where there's no math involved. I can't do math at all. I flunked every math test I ever took. They never gave you credit for common sense. Remember those high school algebra tests? Jimmy's trying to visit his girlfriend in St. Louis. He can take Wednesday's train, leaves at 3:30, travels at 64 miles per hour, or he can take Thursday's train, leaves at 7:30, but travels at 77 miles per hour. Which train should Jimmy take? I'm 16, I'm thinking, Jimmy, break up with the chick. What? What are you talking about? I do one math thing every year, once a year, I do my own taxes. I love to do my taxes, see, because for me, it's not really math, it's creative writing, okay? Because I try to play by their rules. I get down to that bottom figure, I go, I can't possibly pay this. Let me start again. It was a dark and foggy night. Yeah. Thanks very much.
That's funny stuff.
Thanks.
Funny
Great
stuff.
time.
Did you actually play in a band?
Yeah, I played
You're right
jazz.
about the weather, Phil. I remember when you said Minnesota.
Yeah.
I went to the St. Paul Winter Carnival one year in a parade.
Yeah.
And they do it in convertibles. And it was about a windshield factor of about minus 42 degrees.
Yeah.
And the people around the street didn't seem to bother them.
No, they just go nuts. They print stuff on their chests and run naked in the streets. It's a very unusual area.
So you played
I played drums in a jazz band, and I really enjoyed jazz. I found out jazz scares some people. I didn't know that till I took my rock and roll friends to a jazz club, and they flipped. I mean, it was a real jazz club. It was like pitch black inside, 9-drink minimum. People are comatose at the table. It's the kind of place where you ask for a no smoking section, the bartender tells you to lay down on the floor. And the band, you know, those real bebop bands that just play that overpowering jazz. There's like no break at all. Just thank you. Now we're gonna do a ballad. They're running out of the club. There's no words.
Anyway, is California your home now?
I live in California now, although I don't know if I can call it home. I'm not all that comfortable here. Dating
it's different than the Midwest. Dating, you're a single guy, right?
Single guy. I'm trying to date, but
a lot of pretty girls out here.
Well, you know, I run. Thank you. I run into a lot of actresses, and you know, especially in this business, actresses are usually beautiful, but I'll be honest, for most of them, the captain has left the bridge. Okay, this is not. This is just. They get so concerned about their hair. I don't, you know, in the Midwest, you don't care. Out here, the hair's got to be perfect. You go to pick them up for a date. How you doing tonight? Well, I'd be okay, except my hair's a little off on this side. You go take them to the movie. What'd you think of the movie? I was okay till someone opened the door and a draft came in and blew my hair. By the end of the night, they're still at it. You know, it's like, what's wrong with my hair? You want to know what's wrong with your hair? It's coming out of your head. Okay.
Outside of that, hey. That's funny. We'll be back. Stay where you are. Good stuff. Thanks.
Studio line from L'Oreal. Mega Gel. Mega Dare your hair. Atta girl, hold it. Get a look that's slick.
Sculpt your hair any way you like it.
Studio line from L'Oreal.
I think little Timmy here ought to start every morning with a bowl of hot oatmeal. He likes something different every day. So, we get the Quaker oatmeal flavor variety. Yesterday, he had maple and brown sugar. Today, raisins and spice. Maybe tomorrow we'll have apples and cinnamon. So we're both happy. I make sure he does the right thing, and Quaker makes sure he likes doing it.
Beat you to it, Grandpa.
Okay, buddy. Instant Quaker oatmeal. It's the right thing to do.
The taste of bite-sized Ritz Bits and real peanut butter have come together in tiny Ritz Bits peanut butter sandwiches with no assembly required.
When you think about all the satisfaction you get out of going places, why would you ever want to take anything less than America's most satisfying car? The Acura Integra.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, you've got to solve this mystery.
You mean WXEZ FM 100 and AM 820?
Does he do it?
Elementary. Your radio is set to WXEZ, the same as mine, but it sounds different, better than before, with more vocals, more easy hits of the past and present.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, your mystery is solved. The easy sound of WXEZ is not what it used to be.
It's better.
Indeed it is. The new WXEZ FM 100 and AM 820.
Okay. My next guests are three sisters who formed a folk group several years ago and gave it its family name. They have a new album out with a big hit that you might have seen on the music channels. It's a funny song about their first appearance on national television some years ago. Actually, a true story about what happened when they did Saturday Night Live. Would you welcome the Roaches? Gal?
coming. So the love we think is lost, things that never happen. Stranger. It was a big nothing. Ooh, big nothing. Big nothing. It was a big nothing, babe. I guess I just never knew how big nothing could be. Yes, I guess it was a big nothing. Yeah, it was a big nothing. Ooh, baby, it was a big nothing. Yes, I guess it was a
Roaches. Thank you, gal. Big nothing. We'll be back in a moment. Stay where you are.
Call me a nut, but all I ever wanted was to get into a Fifth Avenue candy bar, to be part of those crunchy layers of peanut butter, to be smothered in Hershey's pure milk chocolate. Alas, I'm just a peanut, and they want peanut butter. To make a long story short, they don't want me. Never did. Never will.
Fifth Avenue, it's everything it's cracked up to be.
That's the story of my life.
I can't believe it. I just married a morning person.
Coast, the crisp scent opens your eyes. Coast, your spirits start to rise. Coast is the way to bring you back to life.
The scent awakens your senses.
Hey, the honeymoon's not over.
Coast brings you back to life.
In the jungle, among the money funds, there is only one king. Dreyfus Worldwide Dollar, the highest yielding money market fund.
To you, this looks like a clean, comfortable room at a Red Roof Inn, but to a Red Roof Inn inspector, it's a total disaster. Why? This lampshade seam is not facing the wall, in flagrant violation of one of our 62 checkpoints. And nothing spoils a trip faster than having a big old lampshade seam just staring you right in the face. Once it's happened to you, you never get over it.
For high standards at low prices, hit the roof. Red Roof Inns. Call 1-800-THE-ROOF.
Red Roof Inn. Lampshades you can live with.
Okay, we got a minute or so. As a single guy out here, a lot of guys don't like to get too committed to a relationship because they figure if it goes sour, you got to break up, and then that's painful.
Yeah, that's too painful. I can't deal with
yet?
it anymore. Well, you know, I had a long-distance relationship breakup because I had a girl back in Minnesota, and a Dear John letter she sent me, which is, you know, guys don't send those. I think women send the Dear John letter, guys, because they know we don't have enough money to get on an airplane, go back to wherever the hell they are, really hash it out. No, they count on that. I got a solution.
Yeah.
I think Dear John letters should be international boarding passes. You should be able to get on any plane free just with the Dear John. Hand it to the flight attendant, he reads it. Oh, man, you got the shaft. Come on.
Fly on us. You go back and work it out.
I can't do it. And so Who can date nowadays? There's so many social diseases.
Yeah,
you got to be careful. Although, kind of takes the heat off of dandruff, you know, so.
That's the good news,
You're
yeah.
at a singles bar. Hey, she's scratching her head and nothing else.
I can commit to that. Anyway, thanks for being with us. When are you going back and play in Minnesota?
February 2nd at the World Theater in St. Paul, Minnesota. We're taping a Showtime special.
Good, thanks for coming with us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Come back and see us again. Tomorrow night we got Ron Silver and a gentleman who was a professional football player for many years with Baltimore, Art Donovan, is a funny, funny man. And from San Diego Zoo, Joan Embry will be with us. So thank you. See you tomorrow.
Coming up next, L.A. Law's Blair Underwood joins Dave on Late Night with David Letterman.
What is grand? Family is grand.
You eat too much junk.
So you smoke.
There. I quit.
There. I'm thin.
Sex is grand.
Guess who's ovulating?
From the makers of Cosby and Roseanne, Grand premieres Thursday after Cheers.
Presenting Jones Golden Brown Microwave Sausage. It has everything you ever wanted in a sausage. No stove, no pan, no turning, no waiting, and no mess. Tender, juicy Jones Golden Brown Microwave Sausage. Great pan-fried taste and nothing else.
Happy birthday, Olive.
Oh, shoebox greetings. A tiny little division of Hallmark.
Hallmark?
How nice. I tried to pin down what you wanted for your birthday, but unfortunately, he was much stronger than I was. Oh, Edith, you crack me up.
Shoebox greetings. If you go for cards like these, you gotta go to Hallmark.
Cut the cake. There better be a man in there.
Hallmark has a way.
House Party premieres Monday at 3 right here on Channel 5.